So you're touring the Livernois area for what, Mr. Mayor?
We're seeing about how we can bring this corridor back. This is one of our demonstration areas from our Detroit Works project. But I go back a long time, quite honestly, because I sat on the bus coming here. When I first came to this city, the Avenue of Fashions was where it was happening. And needless to say, over time, it's deteriorated to a point, but now it's starting to come back. We're investing here. Our two anchors are here, University of Detroit, Mercy, and you got Dr. Fike here from Mary Grove. They really play a significant, important role. And then we have Kim Tandy here also, that's really doing a lot of things in this community from a housing standpoint, from a commercial standpoint. So we're going to continue to invest in this area and bring it back.
So how's Detroit Works coming along?
Detroit Works is coming along very well. We've got 3 demonstration areas that we've picked out in the city, and hopefully in the near term, midterm anyway, we will maybe expand to another neighborhood. But a lot of the investments that we're making are in those 3 particular demonstration areas.
So how important is the Livernois corridor to the entire plan?
The question again?
How important is the Livernois corridor to that plan?
Oh, extremely important. From 6 miles to 8 miles, this Livernois corridor, we think we're going to be able to bring it back with our 2 anchor institutions. Once again, a lot of the businesses are starting to expand, and more businesses are starting to come in. So I think this is going to be a hot spot again.
What did you see today on your tour, Mr. Mayor?
Well, I mean, fortunately, I've been at the university. I happen to have served on both university boards. And so, I know them very well. But you go through the neighborhood, you see all of the things and the investments that they're making on their campuses. And then you go through the neighborhood and you see so many people that are not giving up on Detroit. They're really starting to reinvest. They're starting to engage and come back. So that's going to be very important. We can't bring this area back without input and engagement from the people who live in this area, the people who now are investing in this area. So I'm very pleased to see the progress.
Any other questions?
Either one of our presidents, as far as they...
And Kim Tandy from University Commons.
Where is Kim?
Can you talk a little bit about what you all have seen in terms of the improvements that have been made?
Well, actually, we've done a lot of facade improvements, and actually this is one of the facade improvements that was actually funded through Planning Development CDBGR funds. We actually have another one down the street. We have 4 more that we should have done before the end of September. We're also doing some artwork streetscape so that the vacant buildings on Livernois would actually be staged so they don't actually look vacant, but they actually have some artwork in it. And we're also doing a board up program where we'll be boarding up vacant buildings and actually painting with CCS students and students from around the area and artists around the area. So we're trying to make it, really presentable, a really nice pedestrian, back to the Avenue of Fashion that we all remember. So that's some of the things that we're working on here on Livernois.
Mr. Mayor, what about the already vacant lots that are out there around the city, the areas that need to be mowed and need to be cleaned up? What are going to happen with those spots right there?
Well, one of the things that's a misperception is that everybody thinks the city owns every lot, and that's not the case. The state owns lots in the city, the county owns a lot of property in the city, and what we're getting ready to do is go back to them because they have the responsibility of the maintenance for those properties. So we're now, we've got I think we got all of the data that we need to really hold those people who are responsible for the blight. We're going to make them clean up, and we'll do our job also.
Mayor, one more thing about Belle Isle. Are you and the governor getting closer together on turning Belle Isle over to a state park?
What's happening with Belle Isle? They've been negotiating. DEGC, George Jackson, has been representing the city, and we've got somebody from the governor's office representing the state. And they've been negotiating for the last couple of months. The governor and I have not talked about what we're going to do with Belle Isle just yet. We're letting the negotiations take place. The terms will be presented to us, and at that point in time, I think a decision will be made. I'm in favor of the state helping us with Belle Isle.